na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritatvama pare nanakam nihitam guhayam vibrajate yadyatayo vishanti vedanta vijnana sunischitartha sannyasa yoga dhyataya shuddha sattva. Okay. So, na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyage na eva eke amurdatvam anashuhu, anashire. So, eke mahatmanaha. Certain mahatmas achieved amurdatvam. Eke mahatmanaha amurdatvam, they achieved amurdatvam. Amurdatvam means freedom from death, freedom from time, moksha. Amurdatvam, so anashuhu. How? First he says, not by karma, not as a result of karma. Don't think. So by go on piling up results, you will get moksha. Piling up results, you will have results. The individual will continue to be the same limited person alone with some results, whatever. So, but then that individual limitation will always be there because karma phala is the result for the karta, the limited person plus limited result, born of limited karma will continue to be limited. The finite number plus an addition of finite number will still be a finite number. This is the logic there. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena. The three types of ichcha I told you. And therefore, tyage naike amrutattvamanashuhu, only by tyaga, renunciation of all karma. So one gains renunciation of karma means not doing karma is not renunciation. Karmani akarmaya pashyet. Even when you are doing karma, you must discover I am actionlessness. That is called akarma. So that, knowing that Atma is akarta, non-doer, knowing that it is Brahman, non-doer, people gain this moksha. And what is that? Parena nakam vishanti yatayaha. Parena nakam nihitam guhayam. Guhayam yat nihitam. Guha means a cave. Generally, guha is cave. So, that is the guhatehe, that is the meaning. Darkness is the meaning of guha. Root is darkness. There is no lighted guha. So, there is only guha means a cave means it has got to be dark. So, the darkness prevails where? Means that the Lord in the form of Ananda, in the form of limitlessness, fullness is there as the very Sarupa, the nature of Atma yourself. And it obtains in the Buddhi. It is there in the Buddhi, it is recognizable. But still, you cannot recognize for want of light. Here light is knowledge. Therefore, the Buddhi, your faculty of knowledge, knowing, is called Guha. Because there it is, what is there is hidden. Due to ignorance, it is hidden. No way you can hide Brahman. Because everything is Brahman. The knower is Brahman, the knowledge is Brahman, every thought is Brahman, the known is Brahman. Nothing is outside Brahman. Therefore, Brahman cannot be hidden by anything. There is, in fact, Upanishad tells, Yata, just as a person wants to, if he wants to cover, he wants to clothe the space. He wants to clothe the space, clothing, with clothes. So he wants to completely cover the space. How he can do? If he can do that, then he can cover Brahman. If he can cover with a cloth the space, then he can cover Brahman. There is a Vakya. And there's a sentence, Upanishad sentence. You can't cover it. Because all that is here is Brahman. Even when you are talking to me, saying that I don't know Brahman, the Brahman is talking to me. I don't know Brahman. It is exactly saying I have no tongue. One fellow says that I have no tongue. Another fellow said I am dead. This is a better fellow. So because astrologer told him, on this particular day, so you will die at 4 p.m. And this fellow, the day came, Friday came, this particular day, the date, and 4 p.m. came, this fellow lied down on his back, closed his eyes. And then somebody came in search of him. Say, did you see Subbu here? Where is Subbu? Then this fellow opened his eyes. He did not answer because he's dead, He should not answer. So he didn't answer. And then again he went on asking Subbu, Subbu. So where is Subbu? Then he opened his eyes. Don't you know I am dead? He closed his eyes again. So this is called, this is the denial of Brahman, understand? You can't deny Brahman because you are Brahman. When I say there is Brahman somewhere, then you can believe it, you need not believe it. When I say all that is here Brahman, what is for you to believe? Or what is for you to reject? You can only say, come on, let us know. So if that is so, why I don't see? That's why I'm asking you. It is my question. If everything is Brahman, how come that you don't see? It is my question, it is not your question. How come you don't see? And this fellow says, I don't see. Hey, that means you don't know, that's all. Then the question is only knowing. There is no question of disbelieving here. Disbelief doesn't exist. Because proposition being what it is. Therefore, only you can say, prove it, you can ask. You can give me a challenge. Prove it. Then I need not prove it. You prove that you are not Brahman, come on. Then I will tell you what is Brahman. Ask me what is Brahman. That's better. Don't ask me to prove it. What is Brahman? You please ask me. I will tell you. Then afterwards you prove that that is not Brahman. You try to prove. That Brahman is not me. Try to prove. You try to prove. Cannot. That is what the strength of this is. Cannot prove. You will be beaten hollow, I tell you. So hands down, we will finish you. And therefore, you have to accept I am Brahman. What is the bitterness about it? Why anybody wants to prove that I am not Brahman? I would like to know. It is desirable anyway. Therefore, it's better to prove that I am Brahman and then to prove that I am not Brahman. But that's, you need not, already you know that you are not Brahman anyway. You know Murari? And so, Murari you know, our Murari. So, you don't require to know that things are dual. Because that is already you know already. You don't require physics and quantum physics to know. So, matter, energy, there is no difference. So, there is difference. Matter is matter, between gold and silver there is difference. So, to know the difference, you don't know physics. But if you have to see the non-difference, you require physics. We have a quantum physics professor here, Goswami. Dr. Goswami gave us some talks here last time. This time also he will give some talks. He will fix up that. It will be wonderful to hear him. He is the author of a book, The Self-Aware Universe. So he has, from the standpoint of quantum physics, he tries to present Vedanta really, the non-dual. So Brahman he presents. So it's very nice to listen to him. It's another approach, It'll be very nice to hear that talk. He has done very well in that book. It's a well-written book it is. So we'll hear him, okay? Professor Goswami is here. And therefore, you don't require to know physics to say this is gold, this is silver. And by knowing gold, silver, everything is all one energy, knowing that doesn't mean the behavior of the person changes either towards gold and silver. That continues. Just because this fellow is a physicist, He is not going to look upon the gold and silver as the same thing, energy alone. One fellow was getting engaged. And at the engagement ceremony, and this fellow gave her a ring. You know, it's a very, big fanfare, everything. And then he gave her a ring. He's supposed to give a ring, and this ring was given. And she saw this ring. She asked him, "What is this?" He said, "That's engagement ring." "That's okay, engagement ring. What kind of ring it is?" That's ring. "What ring?" "Copper ring." "Copper? Copper ring for engagement?" "Yes." What is the problem? "Copper ring. Do you know whom you are getting engaged to?" "I'm a physicist. For me, copper, gold, everything is one and the same. What's the big deal?" Do you know what she said? "Thank God it happened now." All engagement gone. So a physicist, even a physicist will see gold as gold only. And that is all vyavahara. Understand? That is vyavahara. But that vision doesn't change. The vision of all that is there is one energy. That doesn't change just because because he knows how to explain that. Differences can be explained. If they can be explained away, there is no difference. Explained away, not explained, explained away. The differences are explained away. There is no difference. So that's what we are going to do in Vedanta. And therefore, this buddhi, it is there very much never hidden. But due to ignorance, it is hidden. Therefore, buddhi is called guha. Understand? Why buddhi is guha? Is often said in the Shastra, the buddhi means the faculty of knowing. That knowing buddhi is called guha, a cave, because like cave is dark, the buddhi is dark with reference to Brahman, the most obvious. Because if you have not seen an object, that is okay, you don't know the object at all. You have never seen it, you never heard about it, you don't know. And there out of mind completely, it is out of sight, out of mind, it's fine. But here, this never goes out of mind. It never goes out of sight. That is Brahman. So there is no question of you are getting away from Brahman at any time. Therefore, nothing can hide Brahman except what? Ignorance. Yeah. That's the only thing that can hide Brahman. And therefore, guhayam nihitam, this Brahman, vishanti, yatayaha vishanti, they enter. What is that nihitam? Yad vibhrajate parena nakam. So, as I told yesterday, nakam means it is this swarga sukham. Sukham. So that is nakam. Kam sukham, akam dukkham. Na dukkham is sukham, that which is unalloyed sukha. And that sukham is what is called, comparatively, sukham of heaven. Heavenly sukha. This is parena. Means what? So nakam, nakasya, sukasyapi param ityartha. Parena nakam, param sukham. Parena nakam, that which is more than heavenly sukham. Means this is ananda, this is limitless. And this, which is shining, vibrajate, yad vibrajate, that which shines. So that which vividham brashate or visheshena brajate, that ananda alone, in the form of this entire, jagat, on the platform of your buddhi, it is shining all the time as a knower, known, knowledge. It's all in the buddhi. Everything is here. When you say out there, all these new galaxies, out there galaxies. I will say in here galaxies. All these galaxies out there, that out, etc. is in. Otherwise, how are you going to recognize all out? Understand? All out, in, is not, everything is here. These few inches, that's it. इधर होता है सब. And that which is jnatri jnana jnaya rupena yad vartate. So tad vishanti, he said. Then Vedanta vijnana sunishchitarthaha. It's not Vedanta vijnana sunishchitarthaha. So Vedanta vijnana sunishchitarthaha. Sannyasa yoga yataya shuddha sattva aha. Yatayaha, let us take. Yati. Yatihi means a sannyasa. A mumukshu, we can say. Yes, a seeker is a sannyasi. Yatayaha, yatihi. Yatayaha plural. Sannyasinaha eke. Yatayaha. These sannyasis. Mumukshu, seekers. And what are they? Yatayaha shuddha sattvaha. Sattvam means antakaranam. Sattva has got different meaning. Anything existent is called sattvam. Any existent thing. This is sattvam. An object exists. It's called sattva. Another, sattva is also a quality. Sattvam is a quality. A quality also is called sattva guna. It is a quality, a sattva guna, iti, that is the quality in the Maya. We will analyze that in the Vedanta Sara. Sattva. Then the third one, sattva, means that sattva bond, that sattva quality of Maya bond, your thinking faculty is called sattva. Understand? Sattva means antakaranam. Your mind is called sattva. Shuddha sattvaha means what? Shuddham sattvam yeshante. It's a compound. Shuddham, clean. Cleansed. Clean. Sattvam, antakaranam, the mind. Yesham, for whom? Those people are called Shuddha sattvaha yatayaha. And what did they do? Sannyasa yogat. How did they become yatayaha? Sannyasa yogat yatayaha. They are yatayaha, they are making efforts by a life of sannyasa. Life of sannyasa is characterized by pursuit of knowledge to the exclusion of everything else. Understand that. Karma yoga is pursuit of knowledge along with duties, etc. Understand? Karma, along with karma. But still, he is a karma yogi, means he is a mumukshu. He is also a seeker of moksha. But that's why he is a karma yogi. If moksha is not an end in view, then he is a karmi. You can say he can be an ethical person. Dharmika. But he is a karmi. He has no, his commitment is only arthakama or lokantara, the other worldly. A religious life he may be, or irreligious. Still it can be ethical. An ethical person need not worry, need not be a religious person. Understand? An ethical person need not be a religious person, and a religious person is supposed to be an ethical person also, but he has got a belief in going to heaven, etc. later. That is what he is interested. He may believe, he may religious person, and religious beliefs also he may have. A religious person also need not be interested in heaven. He religious in the sense he relates to Ishvara. He is not interested in heaven, etc. That also, I have seen that kind of people also. There is a third religious person who has a belief in heaven and punya, papa, etc. And that person is interested in heaven. Most of the religions are heaven-bound religions. Theology is like that. The religious people may not care for that. But the theology, what is propounded is there is a heaven. You will all go to heaven or hell. It's two, definitely black and white. Clear it is. There is no question in between, there is nothing there. Either purgatory, that's all. So you go to heaven or go to hell. That's it. When they say go to hell, it's literal. It's not out of, out of anger. Out of anger we say go to hell. We don't mean anything. Go to hell. We say that. But they literally they say you will go to hell. Literally. They mean it. Understand? And anyway, that kind of a religious people have nothing to do with moksha. So artha, kama and dharma. Because they think that itself is moksha. That itself is moksha. Moksha means that is ultimate end. That is what they think, that is moksha. And therefore, sannyasa yogat, having given up the pursuits of security and pleasures and loka, the world, because nakarmana na prajaya na dhanena, in the beginning itself it was told, and such people take to a life of sannyasa for the pursuit of knowledge. Therefore, sannyasa yogat yataya. By sannyasa yoga, taking to a life of sannyasa, characterized by the pursuit of knowledge, they are yatayaha, they are yatis. And who are they? Again, we can say, Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartaha. Then also we can say sannyasa yogat. Because of sannyasa, life of sannyasa, pursuing this knowledge, dedicated. There the meaning is dedicated pursuit of this knowledge. That's all the meaning. Whether you are a sannyasi or not, the dedicated pursuit of this knowledge. By this, they got what? Vedanta Vijnanam. What is Vedanta Vijnanam? Knowledge of Vedanta. Vedanta is only one sentence. Tattvamasi. You are that. That is the only sentence. Ekavakyata. That sentence, you are the whole. It's an equation. Ishvara, the Lord. You, the individual. Ishvara is everything. The Lord is everything. And you are, therefore, you are not separate from the Lord. There is an equation. This you and Ishvara, there is obvious difference is there. He is almighty, all-knowing. You are no mighty, small-knowing. And therefore, so this fellow is equated to Ishvara. The difference is obvious. The non-difference is not, necessitating an equation. If the non-difference is obvious, then you don't require an equation. If the difference is real, then also there is no equation. If the difference is obvious but not totally real, then you need an equation. That is the equation, Tattvamasi, the only sentence. And that is Vedanta, Vijnanam. That is the knowledge to be gained by Vedanta. Therefore, what is the knowledge? When I say Tattvamasi, you are that. What will be the knowledge? I am that, I am that knowledge. That is Vedanta Vijnana. In this, Sunischitartaha, with the dedicated pursuit, they have removed all the doubts. Sunischitam, Artham, Vedanta Vijnanasya. Artham, Sunischitam. Artham, Yeshante. Sunischitam means what? Nischitam means ascertained. Sunischitam, very well ascertained. No doubt whatsoever. Knowledge is like this. What do you know? You have to send this knowledge through all the acid tests. Tests of what? Tests of varieties of attacks. Attack your own knowledge. from different standpoints, attack it from different standpoints. And all the attackers fall apart. All the thoughts only. All the schools of thought fall apart. The school of thought, is one thing I don't accept at all. There is no school of thought. 1 plus 1 is 2. What school of thought here? School of thought. In knowledge, there is no school of thought. There are only schools of philosophy, schools of fish, understand? A school of fish is acceptable. A school of thought has no meaning, really speaking. The school of thought, etc., it's all in knowledge, it is not. Where opinions are involved, then it's okay. You guys allow whether should we elect Clinton back or we should give a chance to Dole. Or the third guy, what is his name? Perot. Perot or Perot? Perot. So, Perot. I can argue for Perot. I can argue. If you argue, then I will argue for Dole. Then if you argue for Dole, I will argue for Perot. If both of you want to argue for Dole and the other argue for Perot, then I will argue for Clinton. Clinton is to be elected. Why? Because he looks nice. So that's better than both the fellows. At least he is young. He can walk. So why not? Clinton, one more chance we can give him. There is no problem. One good thing about American presidents, is presidentship is that he can't come third time. The president cannot get elected third time. Otherwise, Reagan would have come third time, I tell you. So it's these are all opinions. You can argue for Clinton, you can argue for Republican, you can argue for Democrat. Both we can argue. You will find some arguments always there. These are all opinions. These are all opinions open to discussion. And still, there is no winner in all this. It's all the mood of the society. That's why majority rules. But majority doesn't decide what is 1 plus 1, 2. There is no 1 plus 1, what is that? The majority doesn't decide. We have seen majority, The humanity was saying the earth was flat. Not India. India, was always, Loga was always a globe. It was only a globe, Gola. It was Gola, globe. Never it was said as a flat earth. I don't know how they knew this. But anyway, the humanity, the humanity as we know, well, it was believing flat earth. The church was believing till recently, Till recently, Vatican only recently came out with this statement that the earth is a globe. It is mentioned in the Bible somewhere. Why should it be mentioned in the Bible? I say, Bible has got better things to say. This need not be mentioned. This is something we can figure out. So we don't require Bible to say. Understand? And that this is all confusion. The subject matter of a scripture need not be one that we can figure out. Need not be one. Anyway, this flat earth, the whole humanity was telling the earth is flat. One person said it is not. He is right. Others are wrong. Here there is no, there is no, it is not by majority we decide. By veracity we decide. That is what they call pramanyam. The validity of a statement is to be tested. Then tested, you ask and argue anything. We are inviting all that. And thereby, so we have no doubts whatsoever. There can be a habitual error. There can be a habitual error. Habitual error means there is an orientation. There are two types of error. An error which needs one-time correction. Another error needs to be corrected again and again and again and again. And not because of ignorance, it is because of a habit of taking oneself to be other than what one is. That's where the problem is, Jnane, there is no problem. There is viparita bhavana, and there can be a habit naturally because there is an orientation. So that I am only this much orientation is so big. To neutralize that, you require a certain contemplation. That also is included here. That is why life of sannyasa, sannyasa yogat, vijnana vedanta vijnane sunishchitartaha. And therefore, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartaha. Vedanta Vijnanam means Tattvamasi, the Mahavakyam. And that is, that Mahavakyartha is Sunishchitam. Or we can say, Vedanta Vijnanena Sunishchitam Artham Prayojanam Yeshante. The moksha which is the prayojana, which is the result of Vedanta Vijnana. In this, they have no doubts at all. They discover the freedom. In the Atma, they see the freedom. Atma is free. In this, they have no doubts whatsoever. That it is bound and confined, that notion falls apart. Te Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartaha Sannyasa Yogat. Then Yatayaha Shuddha Sattvaha. This is the subject. These people, what do? Ataha, then Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartaha Sannyasa Yogat Yatayas Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Loketu Para Antakale Paramrutat Parimuchanti Sarve. They, survey, all of them, because it's the truth. It's not one special favor for a person. All of them, te survey, parimuchanti, paritaha muchanti. They are liberated. They are free. Parimuchanti means they don't come back after death. He says, not only when they are alive, they are liberated, free. Dead also, they are liberated. Dead means body dies. Brahman does not die. They are non-separate from Ishvara. Brahman is Ishvara, the Lord. They are non-separate, no more separation. Therefore, they are no more, they don't come back in the form of jivas. So as the particular jiva is no more the jiva. That's it. Parimuchanti sarve. All right. How? He says, then te brahma loketu para antakale. Antakala. Kala means time. Antakala means the final time. Anta means at the end of one's life. Antakala. This body, when it passes away, when it dies away, that is called Sthula Sharira Bhanga Kala, is called Antakala. When this body reaches its last second, that is called Antakala. Anta Sthula Sharira Bhanga Kale, Antakale. When this physical body, which is alive, is no more alive. Means in the death, Antakale, the death of this body. That is called Antakala. Then there is another Kala is there, Parantakala. What is Parantakala? Sukshma Sharira Bhanga Kale. Sukshma Karana Sharira Bhanga Kale. Means there is no Sukshma Sharira etc. anymore. Understand? Sukshma Sharira Bhanga Kale. That means there is no Jiva. The Jiva is no more. And therefore, that is called Parantakale. Te Brahmaloke parimuchanti sarve. Te Brahmaloke tu Parantakale parimuchanti sarve. Brahmaloke parimuchanti. Brahmaiva lokam Brahmalokam. Brahmaiva lokam. People think going to Brahmaloka there is moksha. No. Brahmaiva lokam Brahmalokam. So, lokyate anena iti lokam. Because of which alone everything you come to know. Because of which consciousness everything you come to be conscious of. And that is called lokam. That loka, aloka means light. Same loka alone. Alok bolta hai na, alok. Ananda loke, mangala loke, viraju sotta sundaro. There is one Bengali song, Tagore. Ananda loke, mangala aloke. Mangala aloka. Ananda loke, mangala aloke, virajate satya sundaraha. Bengali words are all Sanskrit words. Most of them. Ananda loke. I am not very good in that. Mangala loke viraju sotta sundaro mohimatab mohimatab udbasita moha gagana maje vishya jagat moni bhushan Veshtita Bhushan Veshtita Chorane Moni Bhushita Veshtita Charane. Yeah. Chorane Nandaloke Mangalaloke Viraju Sotta Sundaro Virajate Satya Sundaraha Ananda Loke Mangala Aloke. So this Aloka is light. Brahma Loka, Brahman that is in the form of Atma, Loka, Aloka. Light of consciousness. Tasmin Brahma Loke Parimuchanti Sarve. They are not separate from it anymore. From what? Paramritat. Paramritat parimuchantina. That which is para, even from the causal state. Para, that is called para and amrita. The causal state never goes away. You manifest and manifest, manifest and manifest, manifest and manifest. Nothing dies, really. It is unmanifest and manifest. Latent, it is like virus, you know. It is latent and becomes... Then somebody was telling, all these viruses, you know, it is all eternal. In the sense, it is all latent. It is all there, latent. And when it gets a host, then it becomes potent, you know. Then it does all things. Yeah. Waiting for the host. It's all latent. Always. That is the virus. Understand? So manifest and manifest. Latent means unmanifest. Waiting for somebody. Get the host. And thus the whole Jagat is, the Jiva can become unmanifest. Jagat also can become unmanifest. Jiva also can become unmanifest. And again becomes manifest. The unmanifest condition is called paramrita. Parascha amritascha. It is para means karana. It is cause. And it is amrita, means it doesn't die away. Even from that causal state, they are free. Parimuchanti sarve te brahma loke tu Tu is emphasis. Parimuchanti sarve e. Then paramritat parimuchanti sarve e. Dakharam vipapam parame eshma bhutam. Yat pundarikam puramadya saggastam. Tatrapi dakhram gaganam vishokastasmini yadantastadupasitavyam. Yo veda dausvara prokto vedante cha pratishtitaha. Tasya prakriti linasya yah parasya maheshwaraha. We'll see that later, tomorrow. Om Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Raghurama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Raghurama Sita Rama Sri Raghurama Sita Rama Sri Raghurama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Raghurama Sita Rama Sri Raghurama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Raghurama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Raghurama Sita Rama Sri Raghurama Rama 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Harihi Om. Why not? I don't have first-hand knowledge anyway. But I'll tell you what they tell. It's like a dream. In dream, you assume a body of your own. But it is sukshma. It's entirely subtle in the sense it's all made up of thought. And then you experience a world. But the prana is still going on. That's why we have breakfast, Means you had your dinner and went to sleep. In the morning, you have to break the fast. If you had not slept, you would have had one more meal, So there was a fast there. That's why it's called breakfast. I hope so, I don't know. Anyway, so the activity is going on, pranic activity is going on, breathing is going on, snoring is going on. But then, that's why you come back to this body. Part of the sukshma sharira. That activity, pranic activity, is still on. And therefore there is no disconnection, dissociation with the body total. But in death what happens? Like the body that one assumes in dream, the departing jiva, the soul, assumes a body which is generally of this image, in the image of this body. The body that is left behind. Like in dream, when you have a body, it is the same type of body that you have. In the same image, you have a body there assumed. A similar body is assumed when the soul departs. Okay. That shariram, that body, is called preta shariram. It's a preta sharira. Pretam means a dead body. Preta sharira means a sharira in the image of the dead body. This is what we don't want the soul to get caught in. It is very rare, is unimaginable, that a person lives his or her entire prarabdha karma, lives through. There is no such thing. Because the abuse of the body is there. Here it is not purely the soul's prarabdha karma. The karma determines, of course, the death. So the exhaustion of the prarabdha takes place, the body falls. Okay? That is principle. Prarabdha means the karma that brought this body into being. That karma gets exhausted. The body has served the purpose and it's over. The soul departs. But for the soul to remain, the jiva, to remain in this body, the body also has to have some minimum functions. The heart has to function, the liver has to function, kidney has to function, brain has to function. All minimum. Certain percentage of kidney has to function. Certain percentage of heart has to function. Totally if it doesn't function, still a limping heart can keep going. So the liver also has to function to some extent. Like this, there are a number of functionaries in this body. They have to function for up to a certain minimum level. Anyone fails, this body cannot function because it's all balanced, totally balanced. Even a simple salt balance is not there, you can go into a hepatic coma, kidney bone coma, that is a problem. And therefore, you have some minimum functions necessary. You should have those functions. So for even this body to function, so either the prarabdha, the karma that keeps the body going, that's why you go to sleep and come back to the same body, because still prarabdha is there. You need not wake up at all. Why should you wake up? Because the prarabdha karma is to be exhausted day by day. And therefore you wake up into the same body. And therefore this continues. Prarabdha exhausts, the body falls. That is said. That is what we say, the ideal death. In the sense, that is death. We can call it that is real death. But suppose the prarabdha karma is not yet exhausted, but the functionaries, because of abuse, do not function anymore. They fail even before. The prarabdha is exhausted. Anyone fails, then the death takes place earlier than allotted. Earlier than allotted. So when such a death takes place, and it is true, everybody abuses in the sense nobody knows exactly what is to be eaten, what is not to be eaten. Nobody knows, nobody follows also, even if you know. Nobody can follow.
More difficult when you know, Swami, because it's difficult to avoid.
Yeah. It's difficult to avoid, and also you do not know which is right. This nutrition and all that is a nascent subject. Nobody knows what it is all about. It's all childish. And therefore, just our forefathers have been eating avakai, we are also eating avakai. That's all. So, they survived, we survived. So we don't know what we are eating, really speaking, we don't know what we are eating. We are just grubbing on. And so, some ideas we have, not that we don't have totally, some ideas we have. Some analysis has been done, some ideas we have. We go by to some extent. Still, we have no real idea. And also, lot of psychological abuse also is there. Stress and whatnot. And these are all things that can be avoided. That has nothing to do with prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma doesn't bring stress. Prarabdha karma will bring a mother-in-law for you. I'm sorry for mother-in-law, daughter-in-law for you. Whatever. So, situation, for me mother-in-law is a symbol, okay? Mother-in-law is a symbol of stress, okay? Really. For Indians, it's a very important thing to know. Every mother-in-law is not like that. Even a daughter-in-law can be a symbol of stress. Just giving, just general. So, there need not be stress at all. They can live happily also. That is what I want. That's why I tell this thing. So, this kind of that stress also can bring about a certain psychosomatic disorder. And all that can finish this body even before the prarabdha is exhausted. Understand that? Therefore, the soul is not ready to assume another form, etc., to travel. Therefore, it will take this image. This is called Shishta Prarabdham, Baki Prarabdha, balanced Prarabdha. And this is what they say. the ghost, spirit and all that, this haunted house. That's why when there is a death which is accidental, either by suicide, homicide, the chances of the Preta Sharira being around are more. Whether they are there or not, at least your thinking is there. You know. I never met any ghost so far, honestly. I've been trying. No, I don't get. Nor I am a medium for any channeling. I don't want this channeling because the spirits that come and talk through channeling, if I read those books, I get vomit, you know. So my intestines turn. I can't touch those books. And therefore what I say, the spirits that are dead means they are no more alive here, they are around. Then while they were these bodies, they were confusing, and even as spirits they are confusing through some cinema actors, movie actresses and all that. You know. So they continue confusing. So this is all I have not come across any ghost, but still, nor I have anything to do with ghosts, okay? But still, I'm just telling you what are the possibilities, okay? They're all possible, but we must sleep well, okay? Yeah, they are called ghosts. So in American audience, I think I can talk about it because half the movies are like that, I'm told. These ghosts coming and all that. So this is what they call the haunting houses, haunting ghosts. So by prayer, we try to release them from those lots, you know. This is not good for them. Because they have to proceed. So we ask the souls, jivas, to proceed further. Yatha karma. According to the karma, they should go over here. And thus we pray for them. This is the obsequies, you know. This is some kind of an external force. We create a force by prayer. And that is, the result is subtle. That will take care of these spirits. In every tradition you have some kind of obsequies, some kind of prayer is always there. I think that's good enough. Understand?